July 29th for Taurus is moving fast. The first thing I see is your phone lighting up, then lighting up again, then somebody changing the plan before you even finish your coffee. This is not asking you to sit still. It is asking you to react cleanly. Eight of Wands. This card is all speed, messages, and momentum. Eight of Wands is the text thread that will not stop, the calendar invite that lands out of nowhere, the green light that shows up before you feel ready. You respond fast or you miss the opening. You do not sit there and pick apart every detail while the whole thing is already in motion. You track the signals. You answer the call. You move with it. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. Eight of Wands is not telling you everything is certain. It is telling you the window is open. That is different. You can confuse speed with truth if you want to, but that would be sloppy. So check the facts, yes. But do not stall the whole thing because you want perfect proof first. The momentum is the proof. The momentum is the message. King of Swords reversed. This one comes in cold. King of Swords reversed is the sharp text that cuts too deep. The person talking over you with confidence, the one who always needs to be right. I'm seeing a conversation where somebody uses logic like a weapon. They sound polished, they sound sure, they are not necessarily clean. King of Swords reverse says question the narrative. Look at who is controlling the tone. Look at who keeps setting the rules and then acting innocent. Do not let cold intelligence bully you into silence. Do not accept cruel logic just because it sounds organized. If somebody keeps moving the goalpost and calling it truth, name that. Out loud, you knew this already. Taurus, you can feel when something is off, even if the words are neat. The issue is not whether they can explain themselves. The issue is what they are doing with that explanation. If they keep making you doubt your own read, that is a power dynamic. Not a misunderstanding, a power dynamic. The Lovers. This is the choice point. The Lovers is not just romance. It is alignment. It is the moment where your actions have to match your values. It is the conversation that says, are we actually on the same side, or are we just attached? And that question matters now because the pace is fast enough to make chemistry look like destiny. The Lovers asks for honesty. If a connection is real, it can handle the truth. If a decision is right, it will not require you to split yourself in half to keep it alive. Choose what matches your values. Choose what lets you stand in one piece. Do not settle for a pretty connection that asks you to betray your own knowing. So the moment is simple, even if the people in it are not. Fast movement, sharp words. Then the real choice. Answer quickly, but do not surrender your judgment. Watch who is speaking cleanly and who is trying to control the room. Then choose the path that keeps your heart and your behavior in the same place. July 29th. Taurus, I'm seeing the pace pick up fast, not in a vague way. In a phone buzzing, plans changing by the hour, somebody finally answering kind of way. 8 of Wands, this card is all motion, messages land, doors open. Timing gets loud. So if you have been waiting on a reply, a yes, a green light, a schedule, a decision, it can hit quick now. Do not sit on your hands. Respond promptly. Track what is coming in. Move with it while it is moving. But hold on. 8 of Wands does not mean every fast thing is true. Speed is not certainty. If it comes in hot, you still check the facts. You still look at the pattern. You still ask, does this line up, or is it just rushing me past my own judgment? Ace of Cups. This card is softening the whole moment. After the rush, something opens in the heart. Unexpected tears, a text you actually want to answer. A moment where you feel tender after being hard for too long. Let yourself receive that. Do not clamp down just because it feels exposed. Ace of Cups says there is emotional renewal here, but do not confuse openness with instant trust. You can feel a lot and still move carefully. You can want to reach out first and still keep your boundaries. Let the feeling arrive. Let it breathe. Let it tell the truth. King of Swords, reverse. This one is sharp. This card shows distortion in judgment, cold logic, a person who talks over you with confidence. A text that cuts too deep and then acts like it was just being honest. That is the energy to watch for. Somebody may sound certain and still be wrong. King of Swords reversed. Do not let intelligence get weaponized in front of you. Do not accept cruel logic just because it is delivered cleanly. Separate facts from spin. Name the power dynamic. If someone keeps needing to be right, that is not clarity. That is control. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. It is control dressed up as reason. The Lovers. This card brings the real choice, not the easy choice. The Aligned one, Taurus, this is about values. What do you want to stand inside of? What can you live with after the rush passes? What still feels true when the room gets quiet? The Lovers asks for mutuality. Not half-truths, not chemistry with no follow-through, not comfort that costs you your integrity. If a connection is real, it can survive honesty. If a decision is right, it will not split your heart from your behavior. Choose what matches your values. Choose what you can stand behind. So this moment moves fast, but it is not random. Messages come in, feelings open. A sharp mind tries to steer the story. And then you get the choice to not what is loud. Don't lie to yourself. Wait. This is where the pace gets loud. 8 of Wands. This card is the phone buzzing nonstop. It is the text, the reply, the sudden green light. Things are moving fast, and you do not get the luxury of sitting on your hands. I'm seeing messages, timing shifts, plans changing by the hour. Respond promptly, track what is coming in, ride the momentum, but do not confuse speed with certainty. A fast yes is not always a true yes. Ace of Cups. This card is the soft opening after pressure. It is the unexpected tear, the urge to reach out first, the feeling in your chest when you finally stop holding it all in. The Ace of Cups says your heart is trying to speak before your mind can clean it up. Let the feeling arrive. Let support in. But do not idealize the rush. Openness is not instant trust. You can feel a lot and still move carefully. 2 of Wands. This card is the threshold. It is the tab open on your phone, the map in your head, the 2 paths you keep comparing. The 2 of Wands wants a decision with a future in it, not just what feels good today. What holds up next month? What holds up in 6 months? You are being asked to plan the next step, not just stare at the horizon. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. You are being asked to pick a direction and stop calling hesitation thinking. King of Swords reversed. This card is where the control gets sharp. It is the text that cuts too deep, the voice that sounds confident because it is loud. The person who keeps needing to be right. King of Swords reversed shows distorted judgment and weaponized logic. So question the narrative, separate facts from spin, name the power dynamic. Do not let cold certainty bulldoze your own experience. If someone is talking over your reality with polished language, that is not clarity. That is control, the Lovers. This card brings the real choice. Not the pretty choice, the honest one. It is choosing between comfort and truth. It is choosing whether the connection in front of you matches the values you keep saying matter. The Lovers asks for alignment in action, not just chemistry in the moment. Choose with integrity. If the words and behavior do not match, then the bond is not aligned yet. Hold on. That matters. So this something is moving fast, your heart is opening, your future is asking for a direction, and the old controlling voice is trying to dominate the room. If it opens your heart but closes your options, look twice. If it sounds smart but feels cruel, step back. If it matches your values and your body relaxes, that is the lane. Hold on. July 29th for Taurus. This is the chapter where the light hits the problem and you stop pretending you didn't see it. 8 of Wands. The 8 of Wands is the first push. Messages come in fast. Plans change by the hour. Your phone does not stop. Eight of Wands says the path is moving whether everybody is ready or not. So answer the text. Check the email. React on time. Don't sit there polishing a decision until the window closes. But don't confuse speed with truth. Just because it lands fast does not mean it's clean. You already knew that. Something is moving quickly, and your job is to track what is actually moving, not what is being sold to you. Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups opens the heart, but not in a soft, focused fantasy way. The Ace of Cups looks like the message that makes you pause. The call you answer and your voice changes. The moment you feel yourself get tender after holding it together too long. Ace Cup says, let the feeling come up. Don't clamp it down. Don't act like you are above it. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. The Ace of Cups wants you to receive what is real, but not to hand over trust too fast. Open the door. Keep your eyes open. Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is the planning stage, but it is not passive. The Two of Wands is you at the threshold, looking at two directions and realizing one of them has a future and one of them just has familiarity. So now you map it. You look at the move. You look at the pivot. You look at the person, the job, the pattern, and you ask, where does this go in 6 months? Two of Wands is not asking for a fantasy. It is asking for a choice. Don't stand there pretending you need more time if you already know what fits your life. Ace of Wands, reversed. The Ace of Wands, reversed, is the block. The Ace of Wands, reversed, shows the half-finished project, the blank page, the thing you keep saying you'll start when you feel ready. But the spark is not landing. Motivation is low. Energy is scattered. So don't force fake fire. Don't guilt yourself into motion that has no fuel. Start smaller. Cut the noise. Protect the part of you that still wants to create, because exhaustion can look like laziness if you are not paying attention. King of Swords, reversed. The King of Swords, reversed, is where the distortion shows its face. The King of Swords, reversed, can be the sharp text, the cold logic, the person who always sounds certain and still never tells the whole truth. This card says somebody is using intellect like a weapon. Or maybe you are doing it too, trying to think your way out of accountability. Hold on. The point here is not who sounds smartest. The point is who is being honest, separate facts from spin. Name the power dynamic. If the word's cut, look at why. The lovers is the turning point. The lovers is the real choice. Not chemistry, not pressure, not convenience. The lovers asks what matches your values when the noise drops out. So now you choose with integrity. You choose the person, the path, the future that does not split your heart from your behavior. This is mutuality or it is not it. This is alignment or it is a delay dressed up like love. And for Taurus, that lands hard because once you see the mismatch, you cannot unsee it. The clarity is here now. Choose what stays true when the speed dies down. July 29th, Taurus, because the path gets loud here. 8 of Wands. The 8 of Wands is all motion. Messages hit fast. Plans change by the hour. Your phone will not sit still. Somebody reaches out. Somebody answers late. Somebody suddenly wants to move. Do not confuse speed with truth. Respond yes. But do not hand over your power just because everything is happening quickly. Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups opens the heart. This is the text you almost send. The call you almost make, the tears that show up when you are finally alone. I'm seeing a softening after a hard stretch. You let somebody in or you feel the urge to. Do it honestly. But do not idealize the feeling. Open is not the same as safe. 2 of Wands. The 2 of Wands is the pause before the move. You are looking at 2 paths. One is familiar, one changes your life. 2 of Wands wants a plan, not a fantasy. Map it out. Check the money. Check the timing. Check what happens if you stay and what happens if you go. You already knew that. The future is asking for a choice, not a mood. Ace of Wands reversed. The Ace of Wands reversed is the spark getting stuck. You want to start and then you sit there. Blank page, half finished work, a project open on the table for days. Actually, no, it is not laziness. Something is draining the fire before it lands. Protect your energy. Start smaller. Stop forcing excitement that is not there. King of Pentacles reversed. The King of Pentacles reversed shows control around money, safety, or status going sideways. Somebody is acting secure while the numbers say otherwise. Somebody is spending to feel in charge. Somebody is hiding stress behind a clean presentation. Look at the budget. Look at the receipts. Look at who gets to decide. This card says audit the material situation before you trust the image. King of Swords reversed. The King of Swords reversed is harsh logic, sharp words. A person who talks over you like confidence is the same thing as truth. It is not. Let me rephrase that. This card shows distorted judgment and a cold way of steering the room. Read the text again. Hear the tone. Notice who always needs to be right. Do not let intelligence get used as a weapon. The Lovers. The Lovers brings the real choice. Not the pretty choice, the real one. This is alignment. Value. Mutuality. If something is asking you to split your heart from your behavior, it is not love. If the connection requires honesty, then tell the truth. If the path requires integrity, then take the path that matches your life, not just your craving. So the turning point is here. Fast movement exposed the distortion. Emotional openness showed you what you actually want. The block, the money tension, the sharp mind games, all of it points to the same thing. Something has been off the path. Now you can see it. Now you choose differently, not by impulse, by alignment. July 29th for Taurus, and I'm seeing movement, but not clean movement, fast movement. The kind that makes your phone light up, your plans shift, and your stomach say, what just happened? 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands is the first hit here, and it is speed. Messages, green lights. Things landing all at once. You may get the text, the call, the update, the sudden answer. But 8 of Wands is not asking you to worship the speed. It is asking you to respond on time. Not 3 days later. Not after you overthink it to death. If something is opening, move with it. If something is racing ahead, track it. Don't confuse fast with final. That's the same warning as when we said the pace is faster than your comfort back, and do not burn yourself out trying to keep up with every ping. Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is the heart opening under all that motion. And yes, it can feel soft. It can feel like the chest loosens after being tight for too long. Unexpected tears, a message that hits deeper than you planned. Wanting to reach out first. Ace of Cups says let yourself feel it. Let yourself receive. But don't make a fantasy out of the feeling. The heart opened before the mind agreed back in, and that matters here too. An open heart is not instant trust. It is just an opening. You can be tender without handing over the whole key. 2 of Wands. 2 of Wands is the pause at the edge. Planning. Looking out, mapping the next move exactly like you are standing at the threshold in where the decision is no longer theoretical. Taurus, you are not being asked to stay in the same place because it is familiar. You are being asked to choose direction. Not daydream about it. Choose it. 2 paths are in front of you, and one of them matches the future you keep talking about. The other one keeps you comfortable, but stuck. You already knew that. The question is whether you are ready to act like you know it. Ace of Wands reversed. Ace of Wands reversed is the spark not catching. The same blockage we named in this when we said the spark is blocked, not gone. The project sitting half finished. The note in your phone. The plan you keep saying you'll start, but you stare at it and feel flat. This reversal is about blockage, not failure. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. It is about energy leaking out before it can build. Something is draining your motivation. Too many demands, too much noise, too much pressure to perform, inspiration on command. Start smaller. Protect the spark. Don't force enthusiasm you do not have. King of Pentacles reversed. King of Pentacles reversed is control around money, safety, or status. And this is where this comes back in, because control is not the same as stability. Someone may be acting solid while the budget is a mess. Someone may be spending to feel powerful. Someone may be trying to run the whole house, the whole plan, the whole outcome. This card says audit the real numbers, not the image. Not the performance, the actual resources. If a person is using stability as a mask, you will feel it in the receipts, the rules, and the pressure. Don't let appearances tell you what is safe. King of Swords reversed. King of Swords reversed is the sharp mouth, the cold logic, the person who always has a reason and never has accountability. I'm seeing arguments that sound smart but leave you feeling small. Text that cut too clean, confidence used like a weapon. This card says question the narrative, separate facts from spin. If somebody keeps needing to be right more than they need to be honest, that is the power dynamic. Don't let intellect bully your instincts. The Lovers. The Lovers is the final choice. Alignment, mutuality, values. This is not just about who you want. It is about what you can live with after the rush is gone. The Lovers ask you to choose with integrity. Choose the path, the person, the action that matches your values. Not the one that moves fastest, not the one that sounds smartest, the one that holds up when the noise drops out. And if there is a relationship in the mix, it needs honesty now. Not chemistry alone, not convenience, real alignment. So the whole moment is this: things move fast. The heart opens, the future asks for a decision, and the fake control games start to crack. Taurus, do not chase motion just because it is moving. Choose what matches your values, not what merely moves fast, okay? That's all I've got for now. If this hit, you already know what to do. Please subscribe. Tell your group chat. I'll see y'all soon.